Hello and welcome back to Paranormal NL Podcast. I'm your host and founder, Jen Noseworthy, and you're tuning in to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans and 105.3 FM on that Gulf. I got some brain fog going on today. Watch and listen to PNL Podcast every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern with a YouTube live chat watch party with me, your host Jen, and a few BOG team members. Now, for tonight's Ghost Gossip episode on UPRN Segment 2092, I've got a special guest waiting backstage from South Carolina who I'll bring on shortly. Now, it's time to grab your favorite ghost tail beverage, a few masterful munchies, and get ready for that show tonight. Paranormal NL Podcast is sponsored by the BOG team. It's a boots-on-ground BOG team doing historical paranormal investigations in Newfoundland, Canada. Now, if you find yourself coming back to the show and you like the content, smash that subscribe button. Gratitude, folks. It all helps. Now, grab your PNL Podcast and the BOG team merch at TeePublic on our Linktree Paranormal NL Podcast. All BOG team music heard in the intro and the exit is available for download and use on all social media and streaming music platforms. PNL Podcast believes in supporting international paranormal networking and highlighting global paranormal people, places, and things. Now, let's get on with the show. I always like to give a shout out to who introduced or recommended the guest. So a big shout out tonight to Paranormal Paul from Paranormal Among Us. And he's with the Island of Misfit Toys. So follow Paul. He was recently on PNL Season 4, Episode 17. And that was UPRN Seg 77. So check him out. You're gonna love him. So tonight I have from South Carolina, I have on with me Gigi. Ashley, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on the show tonight. It's really nice to meet you. And how are things in South Carolina?
Hot. They're hot.
They're hot and heavy, baby.
Oh, it's hot. It's like 90 degrees today. And I'm like, I'm not ready for summer weather yet. I want 65. You know what I mean? Just 60 bucks.
Oh, I hear you. Well, and I can send you some of that from Canada. No problem. We got lots of nor'easterly winds up here.
Oh, yeah. See, we're spoiled down here. It looks like if we get snow, it's just a dusting, and then it's gone within like 2 hours.
Now, Ashley, for the folks listening around the world on UPRN, do you want to explain a little bit about yourself, how you got into ghost gossip, and who you are?
Yeah, my name is Ashley. I am a full-time stay-at-home mother and podcaster. I worked for the federal court system for 15 years before becoming a stay-at-home mom. And I have 3 teenagers who are 13, 14, and 15. And
Oh my gosh, you got your hands full right there.
I do. People are like, how does that work? We are blended. My husband has 2 children from a previous marriage. I have 1, and my daughter falls in between his 2, and his 2 are like Irish twins. So we have essentially triplets. It's a lot of fun. When I say fun, I don't mean like traditional fun. I just mean, it's interesting.
It's interesting. There you go.
Yes,
I bet your days are very busy.
They are very busy. My daughter got home today. Somebody's always in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like there's somebody always in a bad mood.
Especially, with teenagers, right? They're yelling at you, and they, they're at that age where,
Yes. And like, I'm at the point where I looked at my daughter and I was like, do I need to start coming to school with you? I will.
Are they into the paranormal, JJ?
2 of the 3 are. His 2 are. My daughter, not so much, but she is my most loyal and biggest fan. And so she doesn't believe in what I talk about, but if you talk about her mama, she'll
come at you.
Have it. Oh yeah, she'll come at you. Like she doesn't believe it, but she's the only one that can talk bad about it. You know what I mean?
How about your honey? Does he believe?
Well, yes. Now,
or I guess since you started it, he started believing.
Well, since we lived in a haunted house and he started having experiences, and that's how I got into it. Like I've been sensitive my whole life, but I didn't know I was sensitive until I got older. And then I really, truly didn't realize how sensitive I was until I was living in a haunted house. And then that's when everything kind of started for me. And I started on this journey and it's been amazing.
A lot of people are like that. They don't realize that they are sensitive until they kind of open up looking at the paranormal. Then it starts to kind of look at you, right? So
you got that right.
Yeah. So at what age did you, I guess I know you said you had some gifts at a certain age, but tell us more about the haunted house. That's what I want to know about.
Lord. So I bought the haunted house in January 2022. We were blended family of 5. So trying to find a house that was big enough for 2 families that were first coming together, and blending families is hard enough. And when my husband and I met, we were 34. So we, essentially 2 careers, 2 homes, 2 sets of furniture, just everything, 2 sets of everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Yes. And I had a 1,200 square foot house because it was just me and my daughter, and he had a 1,600 square foot house. And it was not big enough for the 5 of us. And so we had to do things very strategically, like sell my house and move into his house and then buy a house and then sell his house. It was a big thing. And we, right when we decided to combine houses is during 2021, when everything blew up and houses were flying off the market within minutes. And it was madness. So we ended up living on top of each other for 8 months. And I thought my girls were going to kill each other because my daughter was an only child, essentially. She has an older sister, but her older sister is 19 years older than her.
Yeah, blended families is no joke. I mean, a lot of people who are really in love and things like that, but then the kids just didn't get along, right? So it must be a huge challenge.
I remember before we bought the house, the haunted house, it was one of the full moons, and somebody had said, write everything that you want, put it under the full moon, under a crystal, and really manifest it. And let me tell you something, everything I wrote on that piece of paper has come to me. I have found it. And so, or it has found me, I should say. And one of them was my girls becoming best friends, because at the time they were about to kill each other. And they are so close now. They're essentially twins. They're only 4 months apart.
That's great.
So yeah, so they are so great. And then also one of the ones on there was finding a house that fits all of us. And we did that too. I didn't put not haunted. So we got a haunted house and a little crotchety house ghost that his name was Wayne. And
Wayne.
yep, his name was Wayne. And he came with the house. I didn't know it was haunted. I know when I walked in. So at the time, I was picking up on by like feelings of the houses that we were shopping for or shopping in. And I was able to correctly identify like people dying in houses, but this one, it just felt weird. Like it didn't feel sad. It didn't feel happy. It just felt meh, I guess. It had been vacant for 4 years. And when we moved in, we saged it, or when we first bought it, we saged it. And we saged it horribly wrong. It was so bad. We didn't open any windows. We
Oh
didn't.
no.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
he just
yeah.
kind of ran into another room somewhere or in a closet or something.
We pissed him off. I mean, essentially,
Oh
we
no.
were and picked up a bunch of dust, And it was very quickly after that I noticed activity. And then we started remodeling. And then I really,
I love this picture.
I have a funny story with that picture. I'm going to interrupt myself.
Okay.
The guys that delivered that, I had one of the haunted prison shirts on that, and they kind of looked at me. And
If
I
you can't tell, she's in a freezer. A deep freeze.
a lot of bodies. I can fit a lot of bodies in that freezer.
I bet you scared them out of your house.
There was one of the two looked at me like I was crazy, and the other one looked at me like, this lady's spicy.
Us paranormal people are a bit, we like to have fun, right? You got to joke around.
A little weird. It's okay. It's just a little off. It's fine. So back to the house. We started painting, and at the time I had met his sister, and she told me he had passed away. She did not tell me he died in the house. So it was one of those like, there's some weird things happening, but I didn't want to ask her. I just knew that he had died and she had inherited the house. I also knew that he lived there with his mother. And, I had learned a lot about him just through her just telling me, because she was healing, she was processing, she was grieving the loss of her brother and her mother. They died in 2018. Okay. And they died like 4 months apart. And so this was the last thing she had of both of them. And so she was talking to me, and like she texts me still to this day. And it was just, I felt very honored that she was so happy for me to have the house. And so I felt very connected to the house. And then I felt kind of scared of the house because it was like lights were coming on and I was hearing voices and I was hearing footsteps and I was feeling watched. That was initially the first thing. It was like just feeling that overwhelming sense of never being alone when I knew I was alone. And it was like to the point where when I was changing, it was so bad that I would turn around thinking my husband would be behind me because, husbands have that ability. They just know, she took a sock off. Let me go see her.
What is it about that in men, right? You're like in the shower or something and they just conveniently walk by. It's like, dude.
Put the ketchup in the fridge, but they know if you take a sock off, they're just, hey, babe, you need some help? No. Okay. So I would tell my husband, like, I feel like I'm being watched. And my husband at the time was highly skeptical. And he would say, Ashley, I really do love my husband. But he was like, Ashley, it's just a new environment. You're just not comfortable yet. And I'm like, I'm an adult. I literally am an adult that can go places and I don't feel weird about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, like you could tell there was somebody around hanging out, like letting his presence known kind of thing.
Yes, it was unlike any feeling I have ever felt before. And I've had encounters my whole life, but nothing.
Now you said he was crotchety, like it wasn't good experiences. Like, was he trying to scare you think, or just chilling?
So what I learned about him initially, because like when I moved into this house, I'm the type of person, people don't believe me because I'm so extroverted on my show, but I explained to them that I'm extroverted because I'm in my studio alone. I can control the amount of peopling I'm doing, but you put me in front of a bunch of people, I will do fine momentarily, but I'm going to need like 2 weeks to recover. It's a lot. So I'm the type that I don't know my neighbors. Typically, I do not know any of my neighbors. I do know my neighbors at the house that I live in now because my sister is one of them. So I know her. But it's one of those things, like I've never actively sought out to meet my neighbors. And if that makes me a horrible person, it is what it is. I'm a quiet neighbor.
Well, a lot of people don't, even go to the block parties and stuff they have. That's normal, right? People are so busy with their lives. They're like, right?
Yeah. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Okay. It's one of those things. Like, I won't bother you. You don't bother me. If you need milk, you let me know. I'm not going to have any. I'm lactose intolerant, but I might have sugar. You know what I mean? So we moved into this house. And the day we actually were able to move the moving truck into the house, like with all the furniture, it snowed that night. And it was so like 7 inches. And that is not normal here at all. And so we were outside trying to figure out like how to unload the truck, how to walk the dogs, how to do this in the snow and try to get food and all this other stuff because we were not planning on 7 inches of snow in South Carolina. We shut down.
Not on a move day, that's for sure, right?
Yeah. We had nothing. We had nothing. And all of our lives were in this truck. And so my husband had a SUV, so he was able to go. Walmart, thank God, was open, probably the only thing open in our area. So he ran and got some stuff. And when he came back, we were trying to walk the dogs, slipping and sliding everywhere. And neighbors came out and flocked to us. It was weird. And they all had a story to tell us about the white. And they were like, do you know anything about him? And I was like, who are you people? No, I just moved in. But they were telling.
Don't you love that? Like, I remember I moved one time in Texas and this dude was like standing in the middle of my house. And I'm like, oh, hey, I thought he was a landlord or something, right? Or
in your house?
Yeah, in my house. And I'm like, who are you? I'm your neighbor. Like, what the hell are you doing in my house? He was standing there with a beer, right? And then I noticed later that the same brand of beer he had was like in a couple of the cupboards. And I was like, oh, this isn't vibing well. Can you imagine? So I don't know. No, apparently he knew, I guess, the previous owner. So they would just come over and chill. I'm like, no, thanks.
That doesn't work for me, sir. No.
Yep.
Like I said, like a good neighbor, stay over there.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye. Yeah. Well, so the stories that I was hearing about this man was that he was really prickly, which was funny because all of the plants on the property were very spiky and they had a bunch of thorns. Nothing was really colorful. Everything was like viciously spiky. And it was like him keeping people out from like the outside. And it was beautiful, but it was a lot. And they were just telling me that he would like take kids' toys. Like if the kids' balls went on the property, he would take them. If like his mom, like if people trick or treated, she would ask, do you live in this neighborhood? Like it was not like pleasant stories. And even his sister had told me, he was not really a nice guy. He was his way or no way. He was a very large man. I don't know his size completely, like, because I never met him, but I feel like I know him. But from
did he do any like physical stuff or anything, or just kind of make his presence known?
He was a bodybuilder. He was Mr. Universe in the 80s. And so he would use his size to intimidate people. And he also trained beauty queens in the basement of his home. And so he was just a very large man. And from what his nephew said, he had like a full gym in the basement, like Gold's Gym in the basement. And he would use, from what the neighbors would tell me, he used his size because he was physically domineering over people to intimidate and to get his way. And I learned that because he tried it with me as a shadow. So
I was just going to ask you that. I bet his shadow was like, really tall and stuff.
7 foot. It went floor to ceiling. Well, the first time I saw him was as a shadow. So my youngest also saw him. He presented as a shadow. And he was not, I don't think he was as big with her as he was with me, but he hated me. He hated me. He hated women. He hated strong women. He didn't like kids. He didn't like animals. And I always joke, I ruined his afterlife because I was a strong-willed woman who moved 3 kids and 4 animals into his house. And I started knocking down walls. And this house was his baby. From what
the big R renovations. That'll get some activity going. For sure.
I did. We did it. We painted the first floor before we even moved in the house. And then once we were living there, we had to like reconfigure some things because the house was made for 2 adults and it was 2 master bedrooms. So we had to kind of reconfigure some things to make it for 5 people. And yeah, when we started cutting down walls and adding walls and ripping out lights and doing things like that, oh, he got so feisty. He was not happy. The first thing like I said, the first thing was feeling watched, and then the lights were coming on, and they would never go off, always come on. And I'm like, dude, at least turn them off. You know, if you're gonna turn them on, turn them off. And then as time went, like I thought it was just me, but then my youngest, she was getting really aggressive, like really aggressive, and she deals with some depression. And we just thought, you know, we had just sold her dad's home, and that's where he lived with his mom or her mom. And, you know, it's a lot of this like transition, and it's hard and moving on, and, you know, all these other things.
Kind of
So
like
we were
life
trying
issues.
to.
But you think that he was affecting her?
Oh, absolutely. I think he was
Yeah.
feeding off her negativity, and he was affecting her. Because low vibration and low vibration usually attract. Yeah. And so one day she came down, and she was in, I think, gosh, she was in 4th grade, I think, at the time. She was still in elementary school. They're almost high school. They're all almost in high school now. So this was, you know, several years ago. And she came downstairs and she looked absolutely horrible. And I was like, what is wrong? Like, talk to me. What is going on? And she's like, Ashley, I feel like I'm always being watched. And then the other night I saw a man in the loft, but the last night he was in my room reaching for me. And I was like, And when she told me that, it was that moment that I knew that what I was feeling wasn't wrong. Like, it wasn't just me being paranoid. It wasn't just me being crazy. It was
you knew your senses were accurate. Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever caught him on like any of your devices or things like that?
Yeah. When I first got my REM pod, no, this wasn't my REM pod. This was my friend's REM pod after I moved out. She used to beg me to investigate. And I was like, no, I live here. But once I moved out, I let her investigate. She put the REM pod in the room in which my daughter saw him in, and he killed it. It was a brand new battery, and it screamed like all the lights. It did something for a minute, and then the battery was dead. And we were like, well, that's weird. So
yeah, the spirit of our house, they really don't like bright lights. So I'm expecting them to turn off this grid soon that I've got behind me. And I've got like a little EMF detector there. And the one next to me is going off. Only 1 bar though. And my REM pod I set up last night with, I got to give a shout out to Tommy Cullum. I had it with him, but it totally, like you said, it drained it, right? Like same thing. They love draining stuff, right?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Let's get freaky. You got to go watch it. Tommy. Woohoo.
He's so great. He really is so great. But
he's awesome.
So in the beginning, like early, you know, in 2022, after my daughter saw him, I called a friend of mine and I was like, girl, she cleanses houses. So I reached out to her and I was like, I don't know what I'm dealing with. I don't know what's going on. I need help. And I told her what I did when I first bought the house. And she goes, oh, you effed up. And so she's
with
like,
the renovation stuff or
with the saging. She's like, you messed up.
Oh yeah, not opening a window.
So she's like, open all the windows, I'm coming. So I opened all the windows and she came over, and my husband, being the big strong man that he is, he went and sat outside because he was a little freaked out. And we started, and the moment we started saging, I got this horribly painful chills from head to toe. Like it was the most painful cold chills I've ever felt. It felt like something was trying to press through my body. That's the only way I can.
Like right in front of you, pissed off.
It was horrible. It was horrible. As we started to move, it got better. Like it eased up, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling more relaxed. We did the basement. We go to the first floor. We do my bedroom. She does the closet a few times, since that's where I was really feeling watched. It was in the closet in the bathroom, which all the mirrors were I forgot to submit. See, I always forget something. When we bought the house, there were 32 mirrors in the whole house, and they were 32? all facing each other.
Oh, that's even worse. Why would somebody do that? Oh, you've got like, God only knows what else came in your house besides him.
Especially when it was sitting vacant for 4 years.
Oh, yeah,
And
100%.
a mile away from the house was one of those big power pole things that, give off that energy. It's the big ones.
Oh, lots of energy for them.
And then on the back side of the property, there was an easement because there was a creek running through.
Oh, water too. So you've got, a lot of energy.
A vortex. Yes, vortex of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I didn't know. I was a clerk at the time. I was a deputy clerk of court for the court system. I didn't know anything about anything. And
so like after you saged, did you find like a little bit of relief for a little while?
Well, let me tell you what happened. So as we were saging, we get to the kitchen and our sage goes out. And I was like, is that normal? And she's like, huh. So she's trying to light it back. She's lighting it back. The moment she gets it lit back, I get covered in those horrible chills again and I can't breathe. Like I start to like suffocate. Like I am all of a sudden feeling anaphylaxis all of a sudden. And I'm like, and she's looking at me and she whispers, you have to keep going. And I remember I was like on the verge of tears. I was scared to death because I didn't know what was happening. I had no clue what was happening. Never experienced anything like that ever.
He was angry, yeah.
Well, I was finally able to take a breath. And once I was able to breathe again, the smoke detector in his old bedroom went off. Mm. Now, where we were on the first floor in the kitchen underneath the smoke detector that was not going off. And the smoke detector that went off was in his room on the second floor, not near us.
Okay.
And it was like, and she goes, where is that? And I said, that's his old bedroom. And she goes, huh.
He's showing his presence. He went back up there.
She's a little freaked out at this point. I'm freaked out. My husband's sitting outside scared to death. Like we all just scared. So anyway, we finished saging. It got better. Things got lighter, right? It seemed to feel a little bit more light. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hard to explain, but other paranormal people understand that feeling. It doesn't feel like it's hard to breathe anymore. And what I found out after, I was talking to my little neighbor. He always saw me, always shuffled out to see me. And he asked me if there was anything going on in my house ever. And I kind of looked at him and I was like, why? He goes, well, just know if it is, he said he would never leave that house. So it's probably him. And I went, hey, did he die in there? He goes, sure did. Died in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
And I went,
okay.
And guess what he died from?
What?
Anaphylaxis.
Oh. Well, so I wonder what he was allergic to.
The medication. He had surgery and he had a really tough time coming out of anesthesia and had some kind of reaction to something. And from what my neighbor told me is they sent him home with some medicine and he was administered the medicine and he was allergic to that as well and ended up going into anaphylaxis shock and dying.
What a sin. Oh my gosh.
Yep. And so what I was feeling was what he died from, but I didn't know. Like it took me, when he told me that, I was like, what?
Yeah, he was definitely had a lot of things to use, like the mirrors and the water and everything to keep him there. And it something like that happened so suddenly. Maybe he didn't even know he was passed. Did you tell him?
Man.
Did he ask, or did he come through it all on Spirit Talker or Spirit Box, or have you tried that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would come through. He was just, get out. I don't like you, bitch. All sorts of things, like.
Is he gone now, you think?
No, he stayed with the house. He's not in this house, but he stayed at that house.
He's still over there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Now, whether the new people have anything, I don't know, but I know that. Do you think
anything followed you to this house from different things that you've been doing?
Oh, yeah. I had something in my bedroom the other day that I can't quite figure out what it was, but yeah, I definitely, because I do what I do now and I go to locations every once in a while because I am a psychic medium, and I use that term loosely because it comes with expectations. I can tell when things are around me.
Right.
I'm still learning how to communicate with the things that are around me, but I can tell. It was like 3:00 in the morning and I felt like something rushed up into my room and I opened my eyes and I was covered in those chills again. And it was like, and I was like, you can't be in here. You need to leave. So, oh, you're good. I didn't realize that I had any abilities until probably 2023, 2024, when I had psychic mediums like reaching out to me and be like, hey, honey, you realize you're a psychic medium, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, yeah, you are. And I was like, no, I'm not. And they're like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, okay.
So what's your favorite mode of communication?
So if it's just, I'm learning how to channel, I have the gift of just knowing. Like I'll just answer a question. Like when I'm on investigation, somebody will ask a question and I'll just answer it. And they'll be like, how do you know? I'm like, I just know. So, and then they'll ask through like an Estes method and they'll get the same thing. So
love Estes. Do you like going under or doing the questions?
I like doing the questions. My ADHD, that static, I hate that static so much. I can't focus.
Yeah, I've got a bit of sage going here, and that's why I got my.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Are you good if I take a second and run out for a second? I have to go address something real fast. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, you go ahead. I'm just going to ask the dusting rods a few questions when you get up.
Okay, I am so sorry. I'll be right back. It's emergency.
Now, Gigi's gone to go do something, and I pulled out my dowsing rods. I can ask a few questions. Show me yes. Show me no. Now, to the spirit of my house, can you help answer a few spirits to the Gigi's house? Yes. Okay. Does Gigi have anything in her house right now? Yes. Okay. Are they her protector spirits? Yes. Is there anything else there besides anything negative? That's a no. So that's good. Good to know, Gigi. I'll have to tell her that when she comes back. So is there anything inside of her doll behind her? That's a strong yes. Okay. Is that one of her protector spirits that's in the doll? Yes. Interesting. And is it one of her family or? Yes. Okay. That's always good to know that she has a protector spirit because she was trying to use the bell. Do they use the energy from her equipment like the bell? Oh, that's a strong yes. That's probably why her bell is dead. And that's a huge wave of yes. Okay, good to know. Well, spirits of my house, thank you for talking. Yes, you're waving. Wave to the crowds. Yay, thank you. Okay, we're going to go now to the spirits of my house. Thank you for talking. Goodbye. Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, I like to use the dowsing rods to communicate and ask different questions. When she comes back, I can let her know what we found out. Now, I've got the EMF on here. I haven't really picked up much. I've got another EMF behind me over there trying to pick up a few things. And I've got the cat ball, but I haven't had any cat ball action. I usually put out at least one or two cat balls, and they have some different things around. I've got another different EMF detector on the go here too. I know that my cats like to come and visit sometimes during the podcast, but they're sleeping right now. And my one cat, Winnie, he really likes to do cat tarot. He really enjoys that. Now, I think what I'll do right now is I'll go ahead and turn my Spirit Talker device on in airplane mode. And we can ask a few questions through there while Gigi's doing her thing. And if anybody likes that app, let me know on the comment section. I like to use it. I like Spirit Box too, of course, for Estes. It's really good. But when you're by yourself, it's kind of hard to do something like that. Okay, it's loading up here. I'll let you know if it says anything interesting. I'll turn up the volume on it. I know when we were talking on Tommy Cullum's show, we got a few good fun, different things, a few responses. And right now it says,
I'm standing right here.
I'm standing right here. Hello. Thanks for
Hannah.
Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Thanks for hanging out. So while you were gone, I used my dowsing rods and asked a few questions about your house. Yes, you do have a few spirits there. Hannah's saying hello on this.
Hello,
I
Hannah.
saw that bleep there. I'll keep it held up. She may or may not say some other things, and there's also another little.
I wonder who Hannah is.
Yeah, good question. I don't think is anybody in the family. It could be somebody just passing by or something. But for your house, so I asked, were there any spirits there? Yes, there are. They're your family. The one in your doll is a family, and yes, she does love to drain your bell. And it just said thump. I think, does she make a few noises too?
Oh, I always have thumps in my studio. Always.
Okay, and we just got another little hit off the detector here. So what else did I get? I think that was mostly about it because you really weren't gone that long, so I didn't ask that many questions. So yeah, I like to do different stuff like that while we're talking. And,
that's cool. I love that.
Yeah. So how about your doll? Tell us about your doll behind you there. I've seen her do or talk before.
Yes.
Woman, it says. Yeah.
She is a woman. Her name is Roberta. She came to me through my friend Jocelyn. She is 50
Oh, well, I
years
think
old.
I have the picture of Jocelyn I can put up here.
Yeah.
How old did you say she was?
58.
58. Now, when I asked dowsing rods, was it somebody who's in your family? It said yes. Now, that doesn't
my family
sound
is around.
Okay.
Sorry, my dog. Evening recordings are always hard just because everybody's home.
Oh, that's okay. Not a problem. Your dog is welcome to come in if they want.
Yeah, hopefully he's going out. I do have, my animals usually are here with me. So I do have one dog. I might have one cat with me, but eventually all four might migrate in here because I have a zoo.
Yeah, I like to have pets on the show and say hello. And there's your friend there, Jocelyn, that you were just mentioning.
There she is. Yeah. She's wonderful. So she collects negative and neutral dolls, but she had a few positive dolls. And Roberta was one of her positive dolls, and she was scared of the negative. And so she asked to leave. She came to me in my dream. She wanted to come live with me, and here she is.
Okay. Yeah, my device said hurting.
Yeah, I think that she passed away. And from what I pick up, I think, so what Jocelyn got was that she died of an unexpected illness. But I think she was poisoned. I think that there was some abuse because she does not seem to like men. And I think there might have been some spousal abuse there. And
you're getting some action on this. Keep going. Look at that.
Yeah. So I think that's something, I think she might have been unalived by maybe a spouse or a partner. And I haven't gotten confirmation. She doesn't talk a lot. She doesn't communicate a lot. When she does, it's usually in my dreams. She'll usually come and talk to me in my sleep and tell me what she needs to tell me.
Okay. Interesting. I got Joseph came through me. Are you talking about Joseph the nun? Yes, that was a big yes, right?
The nun?
Yeah, I have a nun that hangs out with me. Are you from the history house?
Mm-mm.
Joseph?
Oh, I was like, I don't know, Sharma.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you mentioned abuse and things like that. I think some things like that happened at the house too. There was a nun, like a rectory or something. Yes. Yeah, you told me that when I was on with Tommy, but thank you for showing everybody here today about it. So your doll is hanging out with you there?
Yeah, I bring her in here when she records. She has a rocking chair in the living room. And so when we're not recording, if I'm not working in here, she stays in the living room. She likes to be a part of the family. She does not like being cooped up in here. I learned that the hard way.
You learned it the hard way?
Sure did. So when I got her, I left her in here because this is where all my stuff is in here. And my daughter is scared of dolls. So I didn't want to scare my daughter.
Well, is it because of, the things that happened in them?
She's just freaked out by them. She's just freaked out. And so I didn't tell her I was getting one, and she saw her and got mad at me. And so the intention was for Roberta to stay in here. However, I came downstairs one day and the whole downstairs felt negative. And I was like, nope. So her and I had a talk, and she had told my friend that's a psychic medium that she just wanted to be more part of the family. And so she's like, she likes looking at birds. So I gave her a rocking chair. She sits at the window and watches the birds. And then
I love that. My cat does that all the time. And you just saw this go off a bunch of times. And usually when I have activity in the house, one of the cats will come over to me. That also lets me know there's another spirit around. And it just said late, because I'm over here by the window in the dark, right? And you can see all the lights.
No.
So I love that your doll likes to hang out and look out the window at the birds and stuff.
She does. And she has communicated with flashlights before. So I have her flashlight.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
She definitely just chooses when she wants to communicate. She's not always a chatty one.
I had 2 small mag lights, but I really don't have anywhere to put them tonight. Let's see.
My bell is not working tonight. Like, I don't know what happened to it. Yes, mistake. Yep. I didn't plug it in right. It's not charging for some reason.
She's draining everything. I asked if she drains stuff, and it said yes, she drains everything.
Yes, she does.
Oh, the man attacks people. I don't know what man they're talking about. Maybe, well, it told me that I had a monk also that might be hanging out around. Hopefully not, but is there a monk here right now?
Oh, you have all sorts of clergymen.
Maybe.
Clergy members. Oh, yep, my iPad's dead. All right, Berta. But she'll use her cat dolls.
Yeah. And do you have any other dolls and things like that hang out with you?
I have another one. It's actually my daughter's doll. She has turned lights on before. So my daughter's best friend passed away last summer from self-harm. And daughter, yeah, it was a real rough time. We've had a really rough year. But my daughter had this doll from her aunt that her aunt had given her when she was little. And so she was like, Mom, I don't want this doll. And so I just said, just give her to me. So I sat her with Roberta for a long time, just thinking, I'm just going to put her with Roberta. And so one day my husband is home and I am like 2 hours away. And he FaceTimes me and he's like, this light on this other doll's going off. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know if Roberta has moved to the other doll or if maybe that doll is now home, has become a vessel for a spirit. I'm not sure, but she's over there. Let me go grab her.
Is there something in the other doll? Johnson. Is there something in the other doll? I'm getting a strong yes on that.
All right, let me grab her.
Yep. Well, she's gone to grab her. We're going to give a shout out here again to Paul Anthony from Paranormal Among Us. There he is.
We laugh. That's all we do. We laugh when we're together. When we record together, we just laugh. But this show is so
funny, especially about the naughty underwear. Oh my God, that's another story in itself. There's the other doll. How cute.
So this was my daughter's childhood doll, and she'll be 15 this year. So she's like, Mom, I don't know what to do with the doll. And she's an American Girl doll, so I didn't want to throw her away or get rid of her.
Right.
And so I put her with Roberta, and her lights started coming on, and I was like, that is very weird. Okay.
Do you think that maybe Roberta goes in that doll, like instead of just hanging out in one, she gets to go in the other one?
I do think that because I think Roberta likes her outfit more.
Okay. Interesting.
That's just the feeling I get.
I got to give a shout out to this hat. I see that you like Twin Paranormal. They're really fun. I love their investigation techniques. Do you?
Yes, I love them. And I know people, like, they look at me and they're like, you like Twin Paranormal? I'm like, I love them. They make me laugh. They're wonderful.
They're real funny, but their investigation techniques are awesome, and they have like no fear. They do some really scary stuff, right?
They do, and I just love their. Oh, come on! I've been struggling. She hasn't. Like I said,
I got another name. It says Jess, Jess.
So my psychic medium friend is Jess, who Roberta talks to. Yeah.
Okay, it just said Jess. Yeah.
And she goes by Jess.
Okay.
Oops, that was
I
me.
wonder, does she know you're on a show tonight or anything?
Mm-mm.
No. Interesting.
No, she doesn't.
No.
I did talk to her this morning, though. I mean,
Did you?
she knows when I'm upset, and I was upset this morning. So she sent me a message this morning.
So how are your dogs doing over there tonight? They're having a party?
No. I'm trying to get my bell to work, but it just won't work. My one dog is under here
No,
just.
my spirit said
scratching.
that she drained them. She drained the bell. And I see, Ghost Gossip Podcast. I just realized, I thought that was a cat. That's a dog next to you there, right?
No, it's a cat.
Is it a kitty or okay? I wasn't sure if it was a kitty or a dog.
Yeah, it's just a little doggy. That was one of my early designs. I was playing with designs.
I like it. It's cute. Yeah.
I love my little black cat.
Oh, a little black cat, is it?
Yep, she's somewhere. She's not in here right now, but her name is
kitty,
Mavis.
kitty. Mavis. Love, that's a nice name for a kitty.
She
So do you want to give
a
a shout out where folks can find you? I think I do have some of your link tree here. I can pull up on the stage for the folks. Let me take this one off the stage. It says demand.
Yeah, Berta does demand things sometimes, so it wouldn't surprise me if she's demanding something. What do you demand? Do you want a new outfit? Well, you can find me. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I don't like TikTok. I'm there, but I'm trying to wean off TikTok. I'm eventually going to get rid of it. I don't like it. But I am like everywhere, Ghost Gossip Pod, and Ghost Gossip Podcast. And you can email me, Ghost Gossip Podcast, or ghostgossip247@gmail.com. So I'm just everywhere. I have some merch if people like merch. I make all my own merch. Like I design it all. And I don't make it personally. Like I don't like press it or anything, but I do create it. All my designs are on my merch store. And yeah, I'm Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and all podcast platforms.
And where is your merch? If I click on this, it'll take me to another page somewhere. So then I'll have to like open up that one. So where is that? TeePublic, or where does that go?
It's Printify.
Printify.
So
there you go.
It goes to my merch store through Printify, and it will come directly from the manufacturer.
Yeah, that's what I do with TeePublic. I really like that because then you don't have to deal with, so much inventory and things like that. And you get to put up so many different logos and things because I've got a whole bunch of logos.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite logo of yours for Ghost Gossip?
Not really. I love the little hand, the skeleton hand, and it's
okay, I think I had that on the screen earlier.
I think it says "Live like you're not dead," or "Live like you're not dead," something like that. And I really love that. I had said that to somebody before, and so I kept it there. And I also, my favorite shirts are the one that said "They'll see you later," and it's just basic "They'll see you later" because that is my catchphrase. That is something that I said from the very first episode, and I say it every episode now.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, where did that saying come from? And
first episode, it just kind of came out my mouth, and they'll see you later, as in we don't see them, but they see us. Yeah,
that is so true, right? And I guess they probably get confused because they think that we can probably see them because we're talking to them, right? So they probably don't understand that we can't see them. Now, I just got Katie and Shelly. Does that mean anything to you?
Katie, I have a cousin named Katie.
Okay, yep, and Shelly came through too. So I always like turning on the equipment and stuff, and you never know who you're going to get come through. It's really fun when you do stuff like that.
Oh, I love it. I used to run mine during episodes, but it got so distracting.
Yeah.
So it was like I started turning them off. But I always have my lights on for her.
Yes. Now, in this area here in the dark, unfortunately, we get a lot of S-Walker activity and things like that because I get Shapeshifter that comes up a lot, and we get, I think that this land may have been some land that was maybe indigenous because it keeps saying the land is cursed. Right. And even now I'm getting like little glitches telling me, then they're saying we're outside watching you.
Oh, I don't like that.
Right? Yeah. But I think they'd like to watch the podcast, because I find that if I don't do a podcast in a while, they'll come and they'll turn on my laptop and go to my podcast, and this is all closed, and they'll put it on blast, and I'm in the other end of the house somewhere, and I'm like, stop it. Right?
Stop turning on my stuff.
Have you ever had them do that to you?
I've had them turn on my computer. Yes, I've had my computer come on. I've had lights come on. I've had my studio lights come on.
Yeah.
So my side neons, they've come on. The big one, the lights, like the recessed lights in the ceiling, I've had those come on. It's like they're like, come on, let's go. But they love to turn on the Alexas in the middle of the night and play music. That's
Are you
disturbing.
serious? Oh no. That must be so annoying though, right?
We had one of them turn on in one of my daughter's rooms. She was not home, and my other two ran into my room, and they're like, Mom, Ashley, Mom, the Alexa in Victoria's room is blaring music. And I'm like, it's like almost midnight. I'm like, wait, what? And they were like, her music is playing on her Alexa. She was not home. So it was one of those, like, it took me a minute to process. And I looked at the log for the Alexa, and there was no command turning that Alexa on.
Interesting. Do you think that they're trying to scare the kids, or they're just like,
oh no,
no.
She wasn't home. I think they're like, where are you?
Okay. Yeah.
Because she talks to them. Yep. She's my little believer. So she's my little empath, my little psychic one. And so I think they were like, hello, where is she?
But we haven't talked to them in a long time. At least I haven't. I've been ignoring them for a long time, because they say, the more energy you give it, like an egregore, it'll just keep, getting more energy and stuff. Because we've got, so like I've used CSLS and seen there's one particular person is always in the living room, always trying to pick up this silver tray that's in there, 24/7. But I haven't been looking over there lately. And they always say there's somebody over there by the water where I keep my water, which is normal. I mean, what else are they going to use for energy, right? If they don't have much energy. Do you find they do that around your house too? Like hang out around the water fountain or jugs and stuff?
No, we have a pool. They're usually, so Al is my house ghost. He died in the room next to me. He is, I don't say he haunts, he's just present. I feel him, but he doesn't do anything. He hangs out back here. Jess has seen him, and she's like, he loves being there.
She said bathroom? Does he ever hang out in the bathroom?
No, but when I ran out of here, I went to in the bathroom. They just told on me.
That's funny.
No, but the bathroom is directly under us. But yeah, he likes to hang out in here. She sees him in here a lot. And I think he likes to just listen to the stories. And I will catch orbs on my camera. My camera's right there. And I will catch orbs on it. And it's very weird because they will materialize out of nowhere and then go through the wall. It's very strange.
Yeah, we've got some really weird ones. Have you ever set up trail cams in your house?
No, I have cameras, but not trail cameras.
Yeah, actually, we've caught a few on the security camera that, do some really weird stuff. So we kind of stopped looking because it's too freaky, right? If you keep watching that stuff, you're just going to freak yourself out.
Sometimes I do get a little freaked out. Sometimes, like I love Berta, but sometimes I'm just like, so some days I just have to look at her and be like, that's just a doll. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, to know I'm a caretaker of a spirit, some days is like, that's weird.
Do you have a bookcase in your room there?
Yes, I do.
It says something about behind your bookcase.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I have a bookcase. I have all my stuff in there. I have my woo-woo stuff, like my sage and everything in there. I have my Ouija board that I don't use. I just have a few paranormal equipment in there. And I also have little things that people listeners and other creators have given me. I put that in there. And then I have books from other creators that I've written that I've met throughout the years that I've been doing this. And, just it keeps all my fun stuff in there.
Now, does your doll get upset with you having a Ouija board?
The doll?
Yeah, because it's pretty close to her. She doesn't ever say anything about it.
No, it's closed. I've never opened it. It literally just bought it. I don't use them. I don't feel comfortable using Ouija boards. So I just bought it because it was purple.
Oh, yeah. I like the color purple too.
Yep. It's my favorite color. Like the walls in here are purple, lights are purple, everything's
Yeah, I
purple. And
like
it's just my
your
happy color.
backdrop there. You want to lean back a bit? The one up on the top there. What's that one?
Which one?
Right over your head.
This?
It's lit up and around you. It's lit up right over your head. Yeah, there we go.
The skull?
There's the skull. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then in there it says break the rules. That's in the case. It says break the rules. And then there's one above it and it says till we are ghost.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I like looking at people's backdrops and what's in the background and stuff. And that's always fun, right? Because you get to know a little bit more about the person and what they like and stuff. So if you're looking to get Gigi something, she likes purple.
Love purple, everybody. As I'm in purple.
I wanted to say thanks so much for being on the show today. And do you want to give a shout out to your subscribers or anybody listening?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for all your support. These past 3 to 4 years have been amazing, and I couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much for always supporting me and always sharing and showing up. Without y'all, I would just be a weirdo in an attic talking to myself. So thank you. And a doll, me and my doll. You know, I'm also hosting a Paracon in July in Brunswick, Georgia. Y'all want to meet me? Y'all come down there and say hello. I'll be hosting with Jocelyn, the creepy doll girl. So we're going to have a good time.
Oh, that sounds fun. Tell us more about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they asked Jocelyn if she wanted to host, and she goes, only if Gigi can come with me. And so here we are. We are going to host it together. It is the Coastal Haunts Paracon. It's their first ever, and it's pretty cool. I had manifested that I wanted to be invited to a Paracon, and so I've been invited to host a Paracon. So I mean, dream big, everybody.
I love it. Awesome. Congratulations. I bet that's going to be really fun. I'll have to check it out. So for the folks listening, you're listening in on UPRN, United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in Narlands and 105.3 on that Gulf. And make sure you tune in and listen to Ghost Gossip. You're going to love her with Gigi. Check her out. Is there a certain time that you come on, Gigi?
I share on Sundays the YouTube videos, and on Mondays everywhere else. It just Mondays at 3:30 in the morning. My shows are available all over. So I like to share them at 3:30 because I'm a little bit creepy.
Make sure you check her out for the fresh stuff at 3:30 in the morning over in South Carolina. And the ghosts are saying we're enjoying this. So yeah, even the ghosts have fun.
Good. I'm trying to make it fun for everybody.
Awesome. We're going to leave you now with a little bit of Bong Team music. Let's see. We'll put on some metal music. Here we go. Thanks, Gigi.